Hello, I'm Bunnery.
I'm Bread Mower,
and this is IFXtra. So, we hope you're all safe and well, and you're managing to keep entertained and busy during the lock-in, staying at home. We're trying to provide lots of entertainment, aren't we?
Yes.
Yeah. In fact, we've got some exciting news, haven't we?
Yes. Shall we come to that? I might just talk about a few interference updates very quickly, and then we'll talk about the interesting new thing.
Cool.
Okay, so interference updates. Done a few bug fixes this week. A few things on Android. We had reports of the what I call the warm-up timer, like when we show you what you're going to be drawing, and it's like gives you a minute's countdown, and then you press "I'm ready" when you want to start. Turns out there was a little bug in that, which no one had noticed until now. It's probably been there like 12 months or something. If you kept skipping on that, the timer would gradually run faster and faster.
Wow.
But anyway, so that's sorted now. The warm-up timer, not the actual in-game timer. That was okay. I just wasn't clearing it properly each time you skip. Anyway, so that is sorted. I've also fixed some issues with the layout of the game detail page. So when you're in the gallery, you go into look at a game itself. If everything was quite small, so if you were, say, looking at this on a tablet in portrait mode, and you were still seeing 3 drawings across, it might be that if someone had a very long name, it would push the like button off the side.
So you couldn't like it.
So you couldn't like things. Okay. So that is fixed now as well. As a side thing on that, there was also apparently sometimes the text is too big and it doesn't all fit on. So I still need to fix that because that's turning out to be a bit more complicated.
Cool.
We've done some website updates as well, mostly to do with the thing we're going to talk about. But I've done a couple of other little bug fixes and stuff as well, nothing too exciting. You can also now add a link to your Reddit profile on your profile page on interference. I've written all these down, and I've forgotten to write on the names of the people that made these suggestions and bug reports. Very sorry. We'll put that in the news when we actually do the written news. But yes, thank you for all of the suggestions and bug reports. So yeah, someone suggested we add Reddit as an option for your profile. So you can put your Reddit link in there. On the subject of Reddit, we never got around to setting up a Reddit, a subreddit for interference, because I don't really know much about how Reddit works.
I don't either.
So I just kept putting it off. But regular players Amber and Callum have stepped in to sort this out. So they're setting one up at the moment. I'm not sure if it's ready to go yet. I should probably check with them before posting a link. But yes, we'll have a subreddit, and you can, like, I don't know, share things on there and talk about stuff.
Can you, like, share photos of your pictures and things like that?
I think so.
Cool.
I don't really know much about Reddit.
We'll soon find out.
Those two are the experts.
Okay.
If you're interested in such things, there's some discussion about this going on our Discord server over at playinterference.com/Discord if you want to try and catch up with what's happening there.
Cool.
So let's talk about streams briefly. I did Interference and Chill on Wednesday. Ferret was going to be doing it, but we swapped out at the last moment. And I drew some stuff. It was pretty cool. It wasn't that cool, actually. I drew some stuff and it was rubbish. But I quite enjoyed it. I drew a bear that was Superman because, you know, why not? Well, because that's what I was meant to do. Yeah, that's because I was meant to be drawing it. So yeah, you know, it's good fun. So Interference and Chill is our interactive live drawing stream, which is on mixer.com/interference every Wednesday at 7 p.m. UK time. We also do Zeitgeist, the interference quiz of the week, which will give you a full update about last week's scores and things at the end of this video. But yeah, every Sunday at 7 p.m. UK time on mixer.com/interference, we do Zeitgeist, the interference quiz of the week, which is a live, interactive, multiple choice quiz show where you can play along against the rest of the audience. The idea is each round is based on one of the week's drawings from interference, and then there's 5 questions on that topic. Yeah, you play along, you vote on what you think the right answer is, and we give you points if you're right, and we have leaderboards and things. And it's a bit like a pub quiz, really. Except you don't have to go out because, of course,
you can't go out.
We can't go out.
There's no pubs open.
A few people have said, I love this. It's great. It gives me a bit of distraction for an hour once a week. I would love it if you could do more. If you could do it every night. We can't do it every night. We don't have the resources for that.
No.
But what we can do is we are spinning up 2 extra shows a week. So we are going to be doing Zeitgeist on Sundays, Interference and Chill on Wednesdays, 7 p.m. UK time. Everything's 7 p.m. UK time, just to keep it simple. Zeitgeist on Sundays, Interference and Chill on Wednesdays. And we're also going to have 2 episodes of, are we saying Zeitgeist 20?
Yeah, Zeitgeist 20.
Zeitgeist 20. On Tuesday and Wednesday every week.
No,
Tuesday and Thursday. Wow, I got this far through saying all of this without making a mistake. There we go. Zeitgeist on Sunday, regular Zeitgeist on Sunday. Interference and Chill on Wednesday. This new thing, Tuesday and Thursday.
Either side of that.
7 p.m. UK time.
Yeah. But it's going to be a little bit different, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, because Zeitgeist 20 means that it's 20 questions on one topic. And what's more, we're going to tell you what the topic is so you can do a little bit of studying before you come and do it, if you want to,
Okay.
Because people are learning new things, while they're isolated and at home. So I thought, maybe people like to do a little bit of research before they do the quiz.
So it's kind of like regular Zeitgeist in that the round, there's going to be a picture from Interference, and then there's a round kind of to do with that.
Yeah.
But one round, effectively, of 20 questions.
Yeah.
It's going to be like an hour-long show, maybe a little bit more chat, just so we can all talk to each other.
See if everyone's okay.
Make sure you're all okay.
Yeah.
But okay. So normally you tell us who the featured artists are going to be for Zeitgeist. But are you going to tell us?
I'm going to tell you next week's topics.
Okay.
So Tuesday, it's going to be all about musical films. And then on Thursday, it's going to be about European cities. So now's your chance to go and look things up.
Okay.
And then come and do the quiz.
Cool. So as per normal, I'm not going to see any of the questions ahead of time. So I'm just going to rock up and wing it like normal.
You're not going to study?
I don't know. It depends how busy I am.
Okay.
I have to finish making the software before we start. It'll be fine. So there we go. We're going to be doing an extra 2 hours of stream content for you each week, just to give you a little bit of a distraction.
It's going to be entirely optional, so it's not going to affect the leaderboards for the actual Zeitgeist quiz. It's just going to be an little extra. So we'll just tell you who wins on the night, but it's not going to really count towards any of the seasons or anything like that.
This is a good point. I should
so don't worry
that.
if you don't fancy it. That's fine.
Yeah. So if you don't like the sound of one of those topics, if you're not into musical films, maybe just watch or not even bother turning up if you want, I guess. So Sunday Zeitgeist is regular Zeitgeist. We're doing season 4. We're going to be adding up everyone's scores as we go along. So tomorrow will be episode 2 of season 4. These other quizzes, their score system is separate. So
just for fun.
If you miss one, well, regardless of whether you play it or not, it's not going to affect your season 4 ranking.
No, not true.
We are logging all of the data for it, so we could maybe do seasons of this, but
it's entirely separate.
We'll see what happens.
So you don't have to come.
And we are kind of making all of this up as we go along, so any suggestions or feedback would be very appreciated.
Just a nice way for us all to connect in the week and make sure we're all okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Have a little bit of a distraction and a laugh.
But it's nice kind of having like a routine as well. So it's always going to be the same time. Everything's 7 p.m. UK time, which is 11 West Coast.
Just check Google.
Yeah. Or if you go to mixer.com/interference, when we're not broadcasting, we've got a schedule up there, and it does have the time zones on the bottom. Because now I think everyone is done with daylight savings time. We're all in it. Everything's consistent, so I put it on there.
Okay. Right. Is that it for now?
Probably.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's see who won this week's awards then. Picture of the week this week goes to Mirror, Mirror, Mirror for Left-Handed Blonde Writing in a Library. I just love it because of the shadows and the books, although I would have to tidy those shelves. it does remind me of my library days. Well done, Mira, and welcome back.
My favourite description this week was, ring, 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 banana phone. Just kidding, no one uses banana landlines any, by Eliza Huff. I like that it's taken the well-known classic song Banana Phone and adapted it for the modern age. I guess these days we'd all have banana mobiles or something. Nice work, Eliza Huff.
Community pick of the week this week goes to 9% Irish for Corona on the Beach. It's a very kind of Zeitgeist kind of picture, but I love the way that he draws the glass. He's so good at that. Well done, 9% Irish. They were amazing.
Awesome stuff there, as always.
Okay, now we're going to see what we were talking about last week in the forums. Okay, last week I was asking you, can you speak any other languages? Or how many languages do you speak? I mean, I speak English, and I can remember a bit of school French. That's it. Not very good.
Yeah, I mean, I did a few languages at school. I mean, I went to a weird school when I was like in the junior thing.
Yeah.
How old are you like in the junior thing?
6,
I don't know.
7, 5.
Yeah,
I don't know.
they got us to sort of do kind of a taster of various languages. So
Russian,
I had to do a bit of French, Spanish, German, Russian, and Latin.
Wow.
With the logic of then when you go into the actual school, you'd be like, oh, I love Russian, I'm going to learn Russian or whatever. But it's all mostly gone. So I speak English, un peu de français, pas, well, you know.
Pas beaucoup.
Yeah. This is the problem, of course. You know, you unless you're using the things, you forget stuff.
I know. I did Latin, but I can't. Well, you don't speak Latin, do you, really? But it always helps with, like, if you see a word you're not sure of, sometimes you think, oh,
yeah,
that's the
true.
Latin for, maybe it's about that. That always helps.
Yeah.
I mean, anyway, the Merry Cricket is actually teaching themselves Norwegian. How cool is that?
That's quite cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bananas only speaks English right now, but next year we'll start taking a Spanish class.
Cool.
Nice. I speak a little bit of Spanish. I can say, like, you know, where is the bread and stuff like that. Yeah.
Lou Razou speaks German, English, and French. Wow.
Interesting.
That's really good, isn't it?
Kathy? Is that a diphthong, like that AE kind of thing? Like Caesar?
Sure. Maybe, yeah.
Kathy speaks German, English, and French. Also learned Latin for 2 years, but I can't speak it.
I don't think anyone speaks Latin.
Well, I mean, I did Latin for 2 years, but it's all, you know, mostly gone.
It was interesting, though.
Artsy Ninja only speaks English but can understand some Spanish and a little French. See, this is one of the interesting points. Like I say, you know, je parle un peu de français and ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch. I'm not really comfortable writing because I can never remember how to spell things in other languages.
Exactly, yeah.
But I can kind of read and maybe talk a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. And Evelyn Retz can actually speak English and Japanese.
Nice.
Wow, because they were abroad and learnt it there. Wow. That's quite a complicated one, isn't it?
Also know a little bit of Spanish, German, Esperanto, and Hebrew, but not enough for me to make myself understood in any of them. Oh, and Latin as well.
That's brilliant.
I know a little bit of Esperanto.
Do you?
Yeah. Bon volo al sende la pediston, la giorn esarano in mia peteo.
What does that mean?
Please could you send for the hall porter? There appears to be a frog in my bidet.
Okay.
Bonus marks to anyone who gets that reference.
Okay. Chris says German, English, and they read Cyrillic letters, and they also do C# and SQL.
Oh, yeah. I speak C# and SQL as well.
Do.
And TypeScript these days.
Yeah, I guess they're languages, aren't they? Yeah, Amber Hopkins can do English and fluent in French. Wow. Nice. And some Mandarin and Java, Python, and a VBNet.
Yeah, I never got into VB, actually.
Oh, okay. And 9% Irish is no sign language.
Yeah, that's
so
cool.
many different kinds of languages, aren't there? Yeah, really impressive.
I haven't even thought about sign language. I used to know the alphabet in sign language. I know, like, the vowels of that.
Yeah.
Is that an H or something?
I don't know.
B, or, I don't know, G, maybe. I forget. I know a little bit of Makaton from watching... What's that thing with Mr. Tumble?
I don't know what it's called.
You know, like when you're sort of just surfing channels on the TV and then like a random kids thing's on. Yeah. But there's this one called Something Special, I think, with this guy, Mr. Tumble. Anyway, so it's kind of like self-learning.
Is it a simplified,
like
children's sign language?
So really? Like, I know kind of like hello, thank you.
About hungry.
Is hungry that or something?
Something like that.
I forget. But yeah, I know thank you. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, well, that was last week. Let's go and have a look what we're going to be talking about next week. It's a new month. That means a new forum game. This one is simple, or is it? Just come up with a song title that consists of just one word and tell us who sung it. I will start. Luca by Suzanne Vega.
If you'd like to chime in with that, just head over to the general discussion forum. It's the pinned thread for the week, so you'll find it at the top of the thread list. Okay, now don't forget tomorrow night is quiz night, normal quiz night, so we'll be having 5 rounds of general knowledge, and I have chosen 5 pictures, and I'm just still in the process of writing the questions. It'll be, you've had a lot of questions.
Even I don't know the questions
to write this week.
I know, I do.
Okay, so this is regular Zeitgeist, so we're not going to know what the drawings are, what the topics are, all the questions or anything like that, but you can tell us the featured artists.
Okay, I've got Ort Wishstick. I've got It's Just Godzilla. I've got Maliki and Muffin Face 33 and Scape Artist. That's a lot of new people.
Yeah, I recognise some of those names as newbies from this week.
Yeah,
awesome.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, okay, always nice to get some newbies on there.
Interesting.
Yeah, so if you'd like to join us and find out what the topics and questions are going to be on regular Zeitgeist, that is Sunday at 7 p.m. UK time over on mixer.com/interference. Cool. As we've already talked about it earlier, but if you missed that bit, it's like a TV quiz show, apart from instead of shouting the answers at the screen, you can play along against the rest of the audience. Yeah. If you get the answers right, we give you points, and then we add them all up and have a leaderboard.
And who won last week?
Well, last week Callum finished in first place on 209, Rubberfish was in second place on 183, and Goose was in third place on 181.
Nice. So we had quite a few players last week, didn't we?
Yeah.
So everyone gets a shout out on the leaderboard and everything, don't they? So
yeah, exactly. We would love you to see you there if you want to join us. As I say, 7 p.m. UK time over on mixer.com/interference every Sunday. It's the second episode of season 4, so we're going to be building up everyone's scores and also working out things like who's the fastest on average or who got the most correct on average. So even if you missed last week's episode, if you missed the start of the season, it's all good. Just jump in now. You are very welcome.
Absolutely. Okay, that's it for this week. So it just goes to say,
if you're not already taking part in the game, then get involved at playinterference.com. You can also follow us on Twitter at PlayIFX or on Facebook at PlayInterference. We've also now got a Patreon page at patreon.com/interference if you want to give us a bit of monthly support for the ongoing maintenance of the game, building the quiz, building up these other quizzes, trying to provide you with some entertainment whilst you're trapped inside. We do really appreciate your support because we would love to make even more content for you, and it really helps.
Yeah. We like to check in on you, see if you're all okay. Okay, we'll see you again next Saturday then.
Yep, everyone stay safe, look after each other, and we will see you again next Saturday.
Bye.
Bye.